welcome back to Who. And I didn't do one yesterday. I was just feeling a little, I was all white. I'm still feeling white, I'm going to be honest. Probably take a good nap after these videos. But still want to get them out there. These will both be pretty quick in terms of other Who wins I've done. So Dark Wizard asked the question, who will win the fight? Samara from the Ring series versus Aminatou from Magic the Gathering. Now Samara is, or was, a young girl born with supernatural capabilities. And Rings, we find out she was the daughter, a child conceived of rape from a perverted priest. And it's believed she's actually the reincarnation of some sort of sea demon. Point being, she had many supernatural abilities, but more than anything else, she basically was able to influence the minds of others, cause them to hear voices, drive them insane. Then she was killed, drowned in the well, and became a evil spirit. As an evil spirit, she basically imprints herself on a videotape. When you view the tape, you get a phone call, 7 days. And 7 days later, she comes and kills you. How she kills you is never actually truly explained. It's like the fear is supposed to kill you. I've heard in other interpretations that it's kind of a virus, like a supernatural virus that you get infected with the phone call, or if you're seeing the videotape, and when she shows up, kind of just kicks the virus into overdrive and kills you. And then another theory about how she kills you is that she projects all the images from the cursed videotape into your mind at once, and that's it's such an intense mental overload that really causes you to internally explode mentally and stuff like that. That's why your heart seems to just be out of control, overload, and just blow up. But she's an evil demonic spirit at this point. Aminatou is a very interesting character. Obviously, Aminatou, if you're not familiar with Magic, is the other person in the image right over here. Okay, I just want to be sure I had that image as queued up as possible. So Aminatou is in the middle of the Magic Gathering, there are planeswalkers that can move between plane to plane. Very few people are planeswalkers in the grand scheme of things. Moving on. But she's a planeswalker from a undisclosed plane of existence, an undisclosed world we have yet to go to. Her spark ignited at a young age, which seemingly for no reason, although if one were to ask her, she would tell you it's because she foresaw it happening and she just decided she didn't want to wait. Her magic revolves around, she's an 8-year-old girl, by the way. Her magic revolves around basically fate and the manipulation of destiny. She can perceive the matrix of fate and perceive a destiny of others. Like all 8-year-olds, she's a playful and fickle. Her own destiny is something she toys with on a daily basis, being an 8-year-old girl. She'll grow up to be a singer one day and power for Wizard of the Air Day, a ruler and a queen, train her beautiful beasts. As she is young, but she, because of her power, possesses knowledge of a lifetime. The most striking feature of Aminatou is her calm demeanor. Her magic is expressed through intangible moss that once they touch someone, she can nudge their fate in whatever direction she chooses. This is very interesting. Her ability, first off, she's clearly not designed for fighting. She's an 8-year-old girl. 8-year-old human girl, to be sure, because in Magic the Gathering, you can have dragons, be planeswalkers, non-humanoid people who are just naturally stronger, the works. So she's not designed for physical combat, but neither is Samara. So this is really going to come down to whose powers influence who greater. Is Samara able to overwhelm Aminatou mentally, or whatever, however she kills her, or is Aminatou's ability to manipulate fate and destiny, including her own, going to override Samara's evil magic? And if I'm going to be honest, I think it's probably going to be Aminatou who wins that fight. Let's set that fight up real quick then, shall we? Somehow, some way, Aminatou winds up in a world where you have VHS videotapes. Clearly that it wouldn't exist in the Magic world, but we have to set up this fight somehow. Or she shows up when Samara's about to do her thing. Her and Samara kind of look at each other, and, it's just kind of a weird, some moths go to Samara, who just kind of bats them away, but one touches her. And Samara tries to influence Aminatou and throw all the images in her head. Now, to be fair to Samara, for all Aminatou's power, she is still an 8-year-old girl. So while she's got a lifetime's worth of knowledge in her head, those are still images she probably doesn't want to see. But at the same time, she's probably done a lot of terrible stuff in her time. Just because she's an 8-year-old kid. And 8-year-old kids can do terrible things without really meaning anything by it. Plus, she's probably seen a lot worse than what Samara can offer, given the fact she lives in the world of Magic the Gathering. Because they all have horrors, nightmares, demons, demonic dragons, serpents, people getting eaten alive, people getting bifurcated, Cthulhu-esque. Yeah, Samara really ain't shit compared to Aminatou. So really, all a butterfly has to do is a moth has to do is touch Samara, and that's it. Game over because her fate. Because then Aminatou can just nudge her fate in whatever way she wants. She could theoretically make her non-existent if she nudges her fate in the right direction. But the ability to if that is the way it works, to overwhelm your opponent's mind with all those images from the videotape and cause them basically to freak out and have a heart attack and die, and just go, ah. I don't think that would work on Aminatou. She just lives in a world where that power that Samara has is dangerous, but it's far from the end-all, be-all. If Samara, for instance, was a card, she'd probably have Death Touch. She would either have Death Touch, or she'd have whenever this creature blocks, or once per turn, target creature, destroy target creature, or target creature gets -1/-1 counters equal to this or whatever. She would be a card that could destroy creatures, but only in a certain manner. Like hypothetically speaking, she could wither something to a husk, or turn a creature into she could remove all the creature's abilities and whatnot and power, and all that'd be left is like a 0/1 that can do nothing, hypothetically. But again, there's creatures in Magic that have hexproof. There's spells that could destroy Samara in an instant. So, or exile Samara. So, frankly, Samara, as powerful as she is, isn't just having this image staring at me the whole time. Is just I feel like she's gonna come out of the out of the computer and attack me. Like all of a sudden, my computer just goes straight to this picture and it starts moving, comes out, goes like no, and I just start no. Yeah, I want to see that. I mean, we saw a little bit in Scary Movie 3, but I want to see someone just have that common sense to be like, she's trying to crawl on TV and you're going, nope, and she's no. Just start punching her in the head. I mean, you'd still probably die, but at least you can say you fought back. Or hell, I mean, hypothetically speaking, do you need to be looking at her? Because that, I think, is one of the things that was protecting the priest for a long time until Samara actually went Jesus on him and cured his blindness in rings. Is that his blindness, he couldn't see Samara. So I wonder if that is actually a method to avoid the abilities. Technically, you have your eyes closed. But I imagine just as she cured his blindness, she'd force someone to open their eyes on some level. Anyway, ultimately, though, I do think it's Aminatou. Her abilities just far outclass Samara's, if we're going to be frank. But let me know if you think different. If you do, that's cool. Put in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. I got one more what if because I didn't do yesterday's. This was technically yesterday's. So thanks for watching. See you next time.